So, Mr. Mensch, your opponent says that people should vote Democrat in this election tomorrow because Republicans have put the town in an overdeveloped mess. He charges that you came in too late to begin to try to dig the town out of a crisis. And you say,
Sure. Sure. So it's great that Mr. Bruckner has decided to finally join the fight against the Center of Excellence. For somebody who says we came in at the 11th hour, Mr. Bruckner attended his first planning board meeting about a month ago. The fact of the matter is that Dan Hayes got us into this mess, and we ran a primary on this issue to take back control over the development in our town. The planning board gets appointed by the mayor. The mayor controls the direction of long-term development in our town. And it is clear that residents like myself who have been born here, who love this town, do not want to see our town become urbanized, which is where we're heading towards right now. So what we need to do is to make sure that we elect a mayor who knows how to address development issues, who understands how the process works, and who's going to fight not just the Center of Excellence, but all the other development which is out there and coming down the pipeline. And we can't have somebody who's learning on the job about how to manage a planning board and how to manage a master plan development in town.
you came through a very bitter primary fight, and how is transitioning to the general worked out? You still have a mayor, a lame duck mayor, who now does not seem exactly engaged. Moreover, you have a sheriff's candidate who's endorsed the Democrat after his loss in the primary. And how have you taken your core group and broadened it in these times?
Sure. The Republican Party in Bridgewater is united behind our team, and we're united behind the entire ticket up and down the ballot. As people know, we won nearly 2-1 in the primary. Republican voters were very clear that they wanted to change the direction and that they were behind my candidacy and my running mates. And I believe that the majority of those Republicans who supported Mayor Hayes in the primary, they know that they do not want more tax and spend Democrats to take control over our county or take control over our town. The fact of the matter is that while issues are certainly local, you have a Democratic platform which generally involves raising taxes on towns like Bridgewater and sending that money out to Hudson County and Essex County and not sending the money back here to Bridgewater. And Republican voters don't want it, and they're going to stand up against Democratic inroads here tomorrow.
You mentioned tax and spend Democrats, and the governor of New Jersey was in your hometown yesterday. He's in Bridgewater again today. What's your reaction to the governor making the case that he feels Bridgewater and Somerset County are really in play for his party this year?
Sure. I hope the governor comes back to Somerset County and Bridgewater as often as possible, because the residents of Bridgewater are not going to support the policies, the sanctuary city policies, the high tax policies that he continues to push down the throats of towns in areas like Bridgewater. So if Jeff Bruckner wants to attend the rally with Governor Murphy and talk about sanctuary city policies and talk about legalizing marijuana and raising taxes on our citizens, then I hope he comes every day, because that's not going to help drive out Democratic turnout in Bridgewater, and in fact it's going to help Republicans. This election is about how we want the future of Bridgewater and Somerset County to be, and it's not the vision that Governor Murphy has.
You've run a classic conventional campaign in terms of organization, message. You're running at the prime of your political life locally, and yet there are all kinds of things happening around you. How do you win this thing tomorrow?
Sure. Winning is very simple. We've been out here campaigning since January of last year, and at the end of the day, it's talking to voters. It's knocking on doors. It's getting those folks connected with our message, and we've done that now for nearly 11 months. And we continue. We will be knocking on doors until 7:30 tomorrow night. We have phone calls we're making and all that basic voter contact, and we will continue to do it. We can't control everything outside of what goes on around us, but what we can do is make sure we talk to voters, and that's what we're going to continue to do.